The following is a presentation of Payoff Pitch Baseball. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Mile High Stadium. Salvador America, of course, is already here. He was watching batting practice. I welcome you to tonight's game between the San Francisco Giants and the Colorado Rockies. What is at stake tonight for this game here? Well, it's very simple. The San Francisco Giants are 4 games back of the Dodgers. A Dodger win tonight and a San Francisco loss. The Dodgers will win the National League West. But the Rockies, however, are 2 games back of the Giants for second place, and that's a playoff berth. This is a must-win game for the Rockies. They lose tonight and fall 3 games behind. They are, with 4 days left to play, they are pretty much done. And there's also lots of other action going on when we get to the 10-minute ticker. We will get to that, of course. Steeler fan 1933, I welcome you here. I would like to ask, does anybody notice anything about my stream? Does anybody notice anything about my stream? Before I go any further, I want to see what you guys see. Take a good look. What's different? Bingo! Steeler fan 1933 hits it right on the money. Brand new camera. I went ahead and grabbed a Logitech Brio. This is being sent. This is in 4K. This is a 4K camera, so now you should be able to see everything, including the names, all the numbers, perfectly clear. That is how I've always wanted this to look. The other camera was still a fine camera, but it just only went to 1080p. This is a 4K camera, and I was able to go ahead and set her up. It looks perfect the way I've always wanted it. Now you guys can really see everything. That's why I went ahead and purchased it. So now my streams will now be perfect, and I can't wait to see how this is going to look when I do History Maker Golf, because even that's going to come clearer. And, of course, Glory Days Boxing. Welcome, everybody. Al Red Sox fan joins me, of course, as well. The King of the Hill is here, as always. His channel is super awesome, so don't anyone miss anything he does. And, of course, Steeler fan watching here. We got a very big game tonight here at Mile High Stadium. Second Bleacher Bums game. He joins me here, and Anthony Warrior just came from watching his 1921 Yankees crush the poor Washington Senators. I will set up a Cardinals game, a 1921 Cardinals game, as soon as possibly can. May even do one later tonight, or just do one tomorrow afternoon. And remember, I usually do those games as non-broadcast style. Tribe Fan 879 joins me at the ballpark. Thank you very much. As I said, huge game tonight. Dodger win, Giants lost. Dodgers win the National League West. If the Rockies win, they get to 1 game back of the Giants. They lose tonight. They're 3 games back with 4 days left to play. It will not look good. This is a must-win game for the Rockies. Let's get to it. Let's take a look at the starting lineup first for the San Francisco Giants. It will be Darren Lewis batting first. John Patterson is second. Barry Bonds batting third. Matt Williams is batting fourth. Dave Martinez batting fifth. Todd Benzinger batting sixth. Kurt Manwaring batting seventh. Mike Benjamin batting eighth. And the pitcher, William VanLandingham, will be batting ninth. Defensively for the Rockies, first base is the Big Cat, Galarraga. Second base is Nelson Liriano. Third base, Charlie Hayes. At shortstop is Walt Weiss. In left field is Eric Young. Center fielder Mike Kingery. In right field is Dante Bichette. Joe Girardi behind the plate. And on the mound for the Colorado Rockies tonight, this is their ace, Marvin Freeman. 10 wins, 2 losses, 2.80 ERA, averaged about 5.4 strikeouts. 1.8 walks, 0.8 homers. But now, of course, with the video the way it is, you can already see that. Isn't that amazing? Top of the first inning, huge game. Fans here at Mile High Stadium know what's at stake, and it is gigantic. Leading off for the Giants will be Darren Lewis. Marvin Freeman is a righty. Lewis batted .271, 3 home runs against right-handed pitching. I still can't believe how well it looks for me as well. It looks so clear. It's just unbelievable. Here's the pitch to Lewis, and that is going to be a tough 48, and that is a ground ball hit to third. That's going to be picked up by Hayes. He's got it. Throws to first for out number 1. So a good start there for the Rocky defense. And the next batter will be John Patterson. Patterson coming in 262, 3 homers against the right-hander. Yeah, it's funny with 94 baseball, how many players have children debuted. Exactly. Thanks, Tribe fan. You just made me feel very, very old. Thank you very much for that statement. I really appreciate that. Everybody in the chat, please beat the guy up. Thank you. Here's John Patterson. He'll bat next. As Tribe fans just made everybody here old. Pitch on the way. That's going to be an in-play 21. That's a base hit for Patterson. He'll go ahead and make first easily on that. Single for him. 7 on the dice. Steal rating 5B will not run. And that will bring up this big guy here, Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds batted .321, 26 homers against righties. San Francisco comes into the game 71-86. The Rockies 69-88. Both teams are 1-1 in payoff pitch play. So we're 500 both teams here. Pitch to Bonds, and that's going to be an in-play 16. That's a base hit for Bonds. He gets a single. Let's see what kind it is. That's a long single in the gap to center field. Patterson's going to have to hold it second. And that's where he'll be. So runners at first and second, still 1 out. It looks like Freeman already getting a little bit of a jam as he allows 2 straight base hits. And that will bring up Matt Williams. Batted .258, 30 homers against the righties. Williams is definitely a threat to hit anything out of the park here. Mile High Stadium, pretty much a bit of a hitter's park. 1-69 right-handed batter, 1-40 left-handed batter for the wheelhouse. So combined, that's a 109, a little, maybe neutral to hitter, barely. Pitch to Williams. That's going to be an in-play 16 and another base hit. 3 straight in plays and all going for singles. Let's see what kind of that is. That's a line drive into left field. Patterson's going to score from second easy. Bonds is going to make it to second and hold. Williams goes to first, and just like that, the Giants jump out to a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. And the fans don't like that. Marvin Freeman's supposed to be the Rocky ace, so it could be very dangerous for him to see if he can maybe get out of this inning. But already 3 straight hits, and the Giants are on the board. Runners at first and second, still 1 out. Here's Dave Martinez, batted .246. 4 homers against right-handers. Runners at first and second. Can Freeman throw a decent pitch? And that's going to be a defense check 42. That could be a problem. Range check to first base. Galarraga's range is a B. He will make the play just barely. He's got it. That is an out. And that's going to be a ground ball fielder's choice, which is a play to first base to Galarraga. So in my play, I think he would take it himself and the runners would advance. It's a fielder's choice. Supposed to throw Williams out at second. And I'm going to say they try to turn the 2 double play and they don't. So Martinez gets back to first. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. But a big, huge play by Galarraga, barely made it. And that just goes as a grounder 3 fielder's choice. Williams is eliminated. Bonds is moved to third. And they're now 2 outs. Wow, that was really close. Next batter up is going to be Todd Benzinger. Benzinger batted .274, 8 homers against righties. Runners at first and third, now 2 outs. Can Freeman get out of the jam? Pitch on the way. That's going to be a patient 20. And that's a base hit by Benzinger. More than that, that's going to go all the way to the wall. That is a double. Bonds will score. Martinez, a run rating of 6. He will also score from first. Benzinger goes to second. And the Giants have jumped out big time on the Rockies as 2 runs come in. And they're already up 3-0 here in Mile High. Bases clearing double for Todd Benzinger. 4 hits in the inning, and they're going to go talk to Marvin Freeman for a moment and say, hey, look, could you maybe do something a little bit different here? Maybe like get a batter out. Benzinger on at second, and that will now bring up Kurt Manwaring, batted .267 with no homers against the righties. In a game the Rockies really absolutely have to have. 2 outs. Pitch coming. And that is going to be an 8. That is an in-play 24. And Manwaring's going to smack a base hit. He will go to first as he hits that one into left center field. Benzinger coming around from second. He will score as well. And the Giants are piling it on early. And they jump out to a 4-0 lead on Marvin Freeman. Supposed to be the ace of the Colorado Rockies, and he is getting crushed here in the first. Manwaring on it will stay there at first base, and that will now bring up Mike Benjamin. But, of course, you know how my games usually go. ID Jester joins me today. The General has arrived. Good to see you here, my good friend. I salute General Jester. He has arrived. We're just in the start of the top of the – I'm still in the first inning. The Giants are up 4-0. And, it's already off to that start. So there's Benjamin, batted .225 and a homer against the righties. Here's the pitch. That's going to be an in-play 12, and that's a base hit for Benjamin. You got to be kidding me. That's a base hit. Manwaring will go to third. He will hold Benjamin at first. And the Giants are just absolutely showing the Rockies, you know what? You're not going to win this game. Runners at first and third. They bat the whole lineup, and they'll bring up the pitcher, William VanLandingham, who has yet to even thrown a pitch yet. And he will bat. His hitting card, though, is number 1, so not a strong hitting card. So Marvin Freeman should be able to get out of this inning. But here's the pitch. And that is going to be a tough 06, and VanLandingham will strike out. And finally, they are done in the inning. 4 runs on 6 hits and a field, and that's it there. And we're only in the top of the first. It's 4-0 Giants. Timeout already. As we'll go ahead with the starting lineup for the Rockies. We go to the bottom of the first, starting lineup for the Colorado Rockies. It will be Eric Young batting first. Walt Weiss is second. Dante Bichette batting third. Andres Galarraga batting fourth. Charlie Hazel bat fifth. Mike Kingery is sixth. Joe Girardi seventh. Nelson Liriano is batting eighth. The pitcher, Marvin Freeman, if he can make it through an inning or two, will be batting ninth. Defensively for the Giants, Todd Benzinger at first base. Patterson is at second. Matt Williams at third. Shortstop is Mike Benjamin. In left field is Bonds. Center fielder is Lewis. Right fielder Dave Martinez. The catching Kurt Manwaring. And on the mound for the San Francisco Giants will be William VanLandingham. 8 wins, 2 losses, 3.54 ERA. Averages about 6 strikeouts. 4.6 walks and half a homer per 9. Fans here at Mile High did not like the top of the first. The Rockies will see if they give them a better bottom of the first inning. And we'll see what happens. Let's see if the Rockies can get any runs back. It'll be Eric Young leading off for Colorado. VanLandingham is a righty. Eric Young, 294, 6 homers against right-handed pitching. Pitch on the way. That's going to be a tough, that's a rare play automatically. And that's a rare play automatically. I'm no longer drawing cards. I have a special rare play dice. Red is first. Blue is back. It's 2-2. No longer drawing cards for rare plays for that chart. I'm now going to roll a special set of dice I got. Fly out to roll 1 to 2, 3 to 4. Let's see. Fly out to left field. Fly out to left field, makes a parent catch, but ball immediately drops from glove. Opposing manager requests review. That outfielder did not make the catch. We roll another 1d6. 1 to 2 review states outfielder did not make catch and batter awarded first base. And it is going to be a 1 and it did not make the catch, and that's going to be a base hit, and that's going to be an error on the left fielder. So that's why that goes. An error on left field. Young will go to first on the rare play. Well, that's one way to start for the Rockies there. That's a weird one. So that's an error on Bonds. He was the guy on left field on it. So that goes as an E7. The Giants commit an error. And Bonds is safe at first, as Bonds did not catch the ball. That goes as a drop. Young 6C steal rating, 10 dice on the board. And the next batter will be Walt Weiss. Rockies start with a man on the base of their own. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a patient 60 base hit for Walt Weiss. Looks like the Rockies are going to say, "Hey, look, we can do it too." That's a single. And that's a line drive into center field. The runner's only going to advance one base. Young will hold it second. And Weiss holds it first. Oh, boy. So here come the Rockies. And still nobody out to start the bottom half of the first inning. And now we have Dante Bichette. Bichette batting .277, 17 homers against the righties. So it looks like we got ourselves a ball game. Maybe. Let's see what happens. Here's the pitch from VanLandingham. That's going to be a patient 70. That's a ground ball to second. Bichette's double play rating's an 8. And 8 is on the board. They're going to get it to second, throw to shortstop, back to first for 2. That is a double play. Eric Young does go to third. But there are now 2 outs as Bichette grounds out into the 4-6-3. And that is a huge, huge ouch. Young on at third now with 2 men down. The batter is the big cat, Andres Galarraga. Batted .301, 21 homers against righties in 94. VanLandingham got himself out. Looks like he's about to get himself a jam. We'll see if Galarraga can maybe get a hit here. Get the Rockies back into it. That's going to be a patient 80, and that's a fly ball to center. Darren Lewis is going to get to that. He's going to get to it and make the catch. And what started as a possibly a promising inning, the Rockies come away with nothing. No runs, 1 hit. There was 1 error, but 1 inning in the books, and the Giants are already up 4-0. Top of the second coming up. Freeman, hopefully he settled down there after that first inning. And he'll actually face the top of the lineup as San Francisco went through the entire lineup. Here's Darren Lewis. He grounded out his last time up. Freeman still has a chance. Let's see what he rolls. And that's going to be a defense 76. That's an error check to third base, Hayes. His error rating is a 2, a 76 on the board. He's not going to make the play. That's going to be an error. That is going to be an error on Charlie Hayes. And that's going to go as a 2-base error. So Hayes grabbed the ball, picked it up, and threw it into the dugout to get Lewis. Lewis will go to second on the play. Oh, boy. Not good. That is an E5. Lewis on at second. And now the Rockies get themselves an error in their column. Lewis is a 6C steal rating. On the dice will not run. And now we'll see Patterson. Patterson singled his last time up. Marvin Freeman goes ahead and gives a nice look to Charlie Hayes and said, "Come on, man. I'm trying here." Charlie Hayes looks back at Freeman and said, "Man, just pitch the damn ball." Here's the pitch to Patterson. That's going to be a tough 90, and that is a fly ball to left. Coming under it will be Eric Young, and that is 1 out. Lewis will hold at second, and now that will bring up Bonds. Freeman with the pitch, And that's going to be an 8. That's an in-play 16, and that's going to be a single for Bonds. That's his second hit of the game. That is a line drive into center field. Lewis will have to hold at third. He does not score, as it was hit so sharply. And a good play by Kingery to get it back in, and Lewis holds at third. Second hit of the game for Bonds. And the batter now is Matt Williams. The Rockies are just not cutting it. The pitching is just not there. The hitting is not there so far in a game Colorado absolutely needs tonight. Still one out. Runners at first and third. Matt Williams does double play. The Rockies are going to try for the double play to just try to get out the inning, knowing there's still plenty of baseball left. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be an in-play 59. And that is a ground ball. That is a ground ball to second. 8 on the board. Matt Williams double play 8. They're going to do it. It goes to second, back to shortstop, back to first. And the Rockies do turn the 4-6-3 double play, and they get out of it. No runs, a hit, and an error. But San Francisco comes up empty, still 4-0 Giants. We go to the bottom of the second inning. VanLandingham will come out to pitch. And leading off for the Rockies will be Charlie Hayes. He made the error in the last inning. Bats .293, 6 homers against righties. Pitch from Landingham. And that's going to be a patient 12. Hayes is going to trot down to first base. That's a walk. His steal rating is a 4D. 5 on the dice will not run. It will bring up Mike Kingery. Kingery, .345, 3 homers against the rights. Rockies again with the leadoff man on base. Fans here at Mile High want to see a comeback. They know it's still early in the game. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a wheelhouse 89. That's just a ground ball. That is a grounder to second base, and it's hit so slow, the only play they're going to have is at first. So Hayes is going to move to second. It is a fielder's choice, but Kingery is out at first base. One of the rare times that actually, the uncommon times that happens. Fielder's choice, but the runner does make it to second on a slow rolling grounder. The only play they had was at first, and that's 1 out. Next batter for the Rockies will be Joe Girardi. Girardi batted .263, 3 homers against the rights in 94. Rockies, 2 games back of the Giants for second place in the National League West. A Rocky loss will move them back to 3 games back with 4 days left. I doubt they'll get back into it. A Dodger win in quick play and a Giants loss. The Dodgers win the National League West. Here's the pitch. That's an 8. It's a patient 22, and that is going to be a walk to Girardi. So now, once again, Landingham having his issues in this inning as well. 2 walks puts runners at first and second. And now a chance for Nelson Liriano, batted .274 with 2 homers against righties. Rocky fans once on their feet. It's a packed house. It's full house here. Not a seat empty. They know what's important. And we have more action, of course, in the 10-minute ticker when we get there. Pitch from VanLandingham. And that is going to be a tough 62. And that's a ground ball to second. Liriano's double play rating is a 5. And he will not be double play. They're going to throw to short to get Girardi. Hayes will go to third. Girardi's out. 2 outs, fielder's choice. The sad thing for the Rockies, though, the next batter is the pitcher, Marvin Freeman. And down 4-0, you just can't go to the bullpen this early. You just can't. You got to let him hit. Down 4-0. Still plenty of baseball. Maybe Marvin Freeman can win. He gives his hitting card number 4, so he actually has some ability. 2 outs. Landingham pitches. And that's going to be a tough 44. And, of course, Freeman will swing at a ball that pretty much every pitcher swings at, a high fastball, and he's out of there, and the inning is done. No runs for the Rockies. No hits either. They did strand 2. 2 innings in the books. Still 4-0 Giants. I'm glad everybody likes how the video looks now, how nice and clear it is. You can see all the letters. You can see all the numbers. 4K streaming is just beautiful. I was very happy when I got the camera. I wasn't sure if it was going to do what I wanted it to do. I wasn't sure. I mean, I liked what I was doing already, but I felt that you guys needed to see everything. If I was streaming this kind of thing and I have all this action, you need to see it better. And that's what I felt. So I said, I really did this for you guys so that you could see every card more clearly. So now you can. So what I see, you can see everything perfectly now. It's just, I fell in love with it as soon as I hooked it up and saw how good it looked. So I'm very happy with this. This is a Logitech Brio 4K camera. Not exactly cheap, but you got to pay for quality. So that you get what you pay for, and that's for sure here. I was very happy with it. So for any of you who have issues they're looking for a new camera, I recommend the Logitech Brio. It's just take a look at how good this looks. No more fuzziness. Now you can see everything. You can see the letters. You can see the stats. You can see the scoreboard perfectly. I just thought it was the best way to do it. Just the best way to do it. I'm looking forward to see how it looks when I do History Maker Golf on Saturday and Sunday. Top of the third. Giants do lead 4-0 on the Rockies. Marvin Freeman will be pitching to Dave Martinez to try to see if maybe he could settle down. At least he didn't give up any runs in the second inning. Pitch coming. That's going to be a tough 96 fly ball to right field. Bichette's going to get to that one. And that is 1 out. And now that will bring up Benzinger. Benzinger doubled this last time up and got a couple of RBIs. Yep, exactly. I'll be able to see the dice roll the Astros need to win during the ticker. We only got a few more days left of the ticker because then we got the playoffs coming, and I'm not doing every playoff game gets played, obviously. Pitch to Benzinger. That's going to be a tough 97. That's a fly ball to left. Coming under it's going to be Eric Young. And he will make the catch for out number 2. And now we will see Kurt Manwaring, and he singled his last time up as well. Two outs, pitch coming, and that's going to be a ballpark 30. That is wheelhouse. A wheelhouse 70, however, is a grounder hit to second base. That's picked up by Liriano. He throws to first for the final out. And so after the first inning, looks like Marvin Freeman has calmed down a bit, as now the Giants are not able to hit him as much as he did in the first. And that is his first 1-2-3 inning tonight. We go to the bottom half of the third. William VanLandingham, however, has had 2 tough innings, but he's gotten out of it. The leadoff batter for the Rockies will be Young. Reached on an error his last time up. Oh, yeah, playoffs going to be fun. Playoffs are going to be fun, and I will not stagger the playoffs. So we do one playoff season at a time, one playoff series at a time. I'm not going to stagger them. I'm not going to have doubleheaders, one game per day, all right, and one series at a time. I'm not going to go back and forth. That'll be a little too confusing. There's the pitch to Young. And that's going to be a patient 34, and Young is going to get on base for the second time tonight via the walk. Last time was an error. Now it's a walk. Young, a 6C steal rating, and he down 4 runs. Let's see. Manwaring's arm is a 3, so that'd be a C3. That would be a normal chance. Geez. I think down 4 runs, I just don't think you're stealing. I think I think you need base runners. He will hold, and the batter will be Walt Weiss. Weiss singled his last time up. Here's the pitch. And that is a tough 0-1. Struck him out. Big strikeout by VanLandingham. And that's the second strikeout for Landingham in the game. Young will stay at first and will bring up Dante Bichette. Pitch coming. And that is a patient 61, and that's a fly ball to right field. And coming under that will be Martinez. He makes the play there for out number 2. And now it's up to the big cat. Galarraga flew out his last time up. Pitch on the way. That is a patient 29, and that's going to be a single for Galarraga. He gets a base hit. Eric Young, good run rating of 7, will make third easily with 2 outs. Galarraga holds. And the Rockies are not out of the inning yet. And now it's going to be up to Charlie Hayes, who would like to atone for the error he made in the second. VanLandingham, runners at first and third. Again, the Rockies a chance to get runs. But the Giants have been pitching them out, have been getting out of these jams. Here's the pitch. And that is a defense check 84. I think that's going to be okay. Range check to VanLandingham. His range is a D. And with an 84, not a problem. He snares the ball, picks it up, throws to first. And once again, the Rockies strand base runners, as is a ground out to the pitcher, and that will get him out of it. No runs, a walk, and 1 hit. 3 in the book. Still 4-0 Giants. Time out. For station identification, this is the RJL 518 Sports Network, home of Payoff Pitch Baseball, History Maker Golf, and soon Glory Days Boxing. We go to the top of the 4th here. I'd like to remind you, tomorrow we have more baseball action in a game that I actually scheduled differently. I was going to do the Texas Rangers and the Minnesota Twins tomorrow, but I decided to switch to the Chicago White Sox and Seattle Mariners. Why? Very simple. The Minnesota Twins are not in the playoff picture. Seattle is, and tonight, Texas and Seattle are tied for second place in the American League West. So, and we'll see what happens after tonight's 10-minute ticker to see what kind of game we'll be playing there. So White Sox and the Mariners in a gigantic American League game tomorrow on Payoff Pitch Network. And here on RJL 518. So be there or be square for that one. That should be a lot of fun. Top of the 4th, Giants leading the Rockies 4-0. Marvin Freeman comes back out. Leading off for the G-men will be Benjamin. He singled his last time up. Pitch on the way. That's going to be an in-play 30 base hit for Benjamin. Freeman is getting killed on the in-play result. Benjamin will go to first easy on a single. That's his second hit of the game. As Freeman just cannot, usually on in-play, he's just getting crushed tonight. He has thrown so many decent pitches, but the batters are doing the job. He'll hold it first, a 5A steal rating. 7 on the dice, will not run. That does bring up the pitcher, William VanLandingham. He will go ahead and attempt the sacrifice. And his bunt rating is a C. So first let's see where it's going here. Let's see, it's a C. And that sacrifice, an error check. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see what we got. We have an error check. This game is having everything. It's an error check. Roll 1d6. Okay, so now we got to find out. The ball is hit to second base. The second base is hit to second, so the ball is actually Nelson Liriano is trying to make the play. His error rating is a 1. Ugh, that's horrible. I can't go to second base, so I got to recheck it. So first, the roll is 4, so that goes to the pitcher. So Freeman's error rating is a 5. Okay, his error rating is a 5. Now we go ahead and see what it is. It's a 3. No, he will be fine. Okay, I've been doing that wrong. So that goes to the field is higher than the fielder's rating is 5. So it was hit back to Freeman. Freeman has it, and he throws to first to get the out. Benjamin does move to second. I forgot. Second baseman was not right. So okay. So 1 out. But VanLandingham did his job. Almost an error on Freeman. So the sacrifice goes as an SH1. Moves the batter over. The next batter will be Darren Lewis. 1 out now. And here's the pitch. And that is a tough 69, and that's a fly ball to center field. Coming under it is going to be Kingery. He makes the catch for out number 2. And Benjamin holds at second base. 2 men down. The batter now is Patterson. Patterson 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. And that is an in-play 28. Base hit for Patterson. That is a single. Benjamin will score from second easily. Patterson goes to first. And it is now 5-0 Giants. Another in-play hit. Freeman's getting killed on that result tonight. 5th run, 5-0 Giants. Patterson on first, 5B steal rating, 8 on the board, will not run. The batter will be Barry Bonds. Bonds is 2 for 2, 2 singles. Pitch coming. That's going to be a tough 39, and base hit for Barry Bonds. That is a single. Patterson will go to third and will hold there. Bonds stays at first. And Bonds is 3 for 3 tonight. And now it's up to Matt Williams. They would like Marvin Freeman to get out of this inning if possible. They really don't want to waste a pitcher, but if he gives up another run, they've got no choice. He'll be fatigued. 2 outs, runners first and third. The batter is Williams. Plus, Williams actually would hurt worse against anybody else, so they might as well let Freeman pitch. Pitch on the way. That's going to be a ballpark 26. Oh, boy. Ballpark 26, and it's an 0-4. Yes, people, say it with me. Crack. This one is hit high. This one is hit deep. All the way back to center field, and it is gone. Home run, Matt Williams. Ballpark wheelhouse 26 and an 0-4 against righties. Matt Williams, no doubt about it. He blasts that one out of here. Freeman has just been crushed tonight, and the Giants now have an 8-0 lead. Matt Williams gets all high fives in the dugout. At least the Giants know if they win, they know the Dodgers at least can't clinch tonight and still have a shot at the National League West, but that run pretty much might have just ended it here. That's it for Freeman. They got no choice. He's got to come out. Dave Martinez is the next batter. So Colorado goes to the pen. Maybe should have done that earlier, but very disappointing. Pitching coming into pitch for the Rockies is going to be Steve Reed. 3 wins, 2 losses, 3.94 ERA. He's due to bat 4th, so they'll see what they'll do with him, as Freeman got absolutely destroyed tonight. So Reed can pitch innings 4 and 5, still 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. But stranger things have happened in payoff pitch baseball. Here's the pitch to Martinez. That's going to be a tough, another rare play. Roll the rare play dice. That's going to be a 1-6. Defense. Reroll all dice and refer to defense chart. Player with an A range or 5E rating makes highlight catch. So I got to find out first who the player is. That's shortstop, and that's Weiss. And he is not going to make that. At least I don't think he will. Now I gotta check to see. With an A range or 5E. So shortstop is Weiss. Now I re-roll. It's an 81. Does he make the play? Error rating a 3. Let's see. Hold on. Player with an 85 man. Otherwise, nope. It's gonna be a 1 base error on Weiss. It's gonna be an error. That is a 1 base error. Martinez goes to first. Second error for the Rockies tonight. And that is an E5. E6. The Rockies are just not doing it tonight. And even Reed, a new pitcher, can't avoid the error. Second error, Weiss commits it. I call that the rare play dice. I'm no longer going to be drawing cards for that and wasting 2 cards just for one. For 1 number, I'll do it. But for 2 numbers, I think it's a little bit of a waste. So the safe card draw. So these will be the rare play dice. Red will be always be red first. Red will be first and blue is second. Martinez on it first. Colorado still can't get out of the inning. Here's Todd Benzinger. Benzinger 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a patient 73, and that's a fly ball to center. Coming up is going to be Kingery, and he has it, and he makes the catch for the final out. 4 runs for San Francisco on 4 hits, one of them a big jack by Matt Williams, bottom of the 4th inning, and we got an 8-0 score. I do apologize. It's rare that I get blowouts, but I actually might be having one here. But still, lots of baseball left to play. Here's William VanLandingham, and he will pitch to Mike Kingery. Rockies lose tonight. They fall 3 back for second. Got to be in the top 2 to make the playoffs. Here's the pitch to Kingery. That's going to be a tough 11. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Kingery goes down for out number 1, and that will bring up Joe Girardi. Girardi sets and deals in the batter's box. That's going to be a patient 53, and that's grounded to third. Easy pickup by Williams. Throws to first for out number 2. And now we'll see Liriano. Liriano grounded to a fielder's choices last time up. Here's the pitch. That's going to be an in-play 37, and that's a popped up in the infield. Calling for it is Benjamin, the shortstop. And he grabs it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies as they get nothing there. Maybe it's best because Steve Reed was due to bat 4th, and they won't have to burn a pinch hitter, but at least here. But 4 innings in the books, and right now the Giants are running away with it, 8-0. At the end of 4, we go to the top of the 5th. Dodgers, of course, looking at the scoreboard as well, knowing that if the Giants win tonight, the Dodgers cannot clinch. Cannot clinch the National League West. Kurt Manwaring is the next batter for San Francisco. He'll lead off. Of course, Bleacher Bums Gaming did his Yankees game today, so I'll probably do a Cardinals game against the Reds tomorrow. That's my game 11. Your Yankees are kicking it, and my Cardinals are on a 3-game losing streak. They've lost 3 in a row. They're 6-4 in the National League right now. Here's the pitch to Manwaring. And that's going to be a tough 31. Struck him out. Steve Reed gets a big K. Manwaring caught looking at strike 3. That was just a nice curveball. And Manwaring turns around and goes back to the dugout. 1 down. Here's Benjamin. Benjamin 2 for 2 tonight. 2 singles. Pitch on the way. And that is an 8. That's a patient 65. And that's a fly ball to right. Coming under it is going to be Bichette. Puts it away for out number 2. And now the pitcher, VanLandingham, uses hitting card number 1. His fatigue rating is 7 with an 8-0 lead. They might see he has no complete game, so I probably will not send him to the distance. Here's the pitch, though. And that's going to be an in-play 62. And that is a grounded to second base. Easy pickup by Liriano. Throws to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies as they get the Giants straight across. Bottom half of the 5th coming up. Steve Reed will be out of there as they have to go to the pit. They go to the bench. So let's see who they want to bring in against VanLandingham. And they're going to bring in Howard Johnson to bat against VanLandingham. 193 at-bats. As usually now, I'm actually going to the players that have the most at-bats available to try to keep it real. Howard Johnson bats .218 against the right-handers, but got to try to keep it real here. More realistic as possible. I mean, I could always bring in a guy with the best average, but I like to keep it real. Here's the pitch to Johnson, see if he can get on base. And that's going to be a tough 34. Struck him out. Johnson will head back to the dugout. Pinch hit, strikeout. 1 down. Here's Eric Young. Pitch on the way. That's going to be a tough 82. And that's a ground ball to shortstop. Easy play there for Benjamin. He picks it up, throws to first. 2 down. VanLandingham, it looks like he's settled down a little bit since getting into trouble early. Now the batter is Weiss. Weiss is 1 for 2. Weiss, however, got caught. Weiss got caught with the error, I think. Did he have the, was it him the error? No, it was an E. Was it E set? Yeah, Weiss got caught with an error. 2 errors on the Rockies tonight. I guess they really didn't come to play in a game they absolutely needed. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a patient 34, and Weiss will trot down to first on a walk. Dante Bichette will now try to see if they can get something going on. He's 0 for 2. Yep, closing in on an official beatdown is right, BBG. Weiss not running. Here's the pitch to Bichette. And that's going to be a patient 13, and that's a base on balls. 2 walks in a row by Landingham. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's his 5th walk. He averages about 4.6 walks per 9. So that's his 5th walk he's given up. But they don't mean anything unless any run score that'll bring up the big cat. The Big Cat singled his last time up. Colorado 1 for 2. If the Rockies needed a hit, they need one here right now to have any hope in this ball game. Pitch coming. That's a tough 53. Struck him out. Did not swing the bat. Fastball right across the plate. Colorado just stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by. Inning over. No runs, no hits, 2 walks. 5 innings in the books. I'm hungry because I ate nothing. To quote Ernie Harwell, of course, on both of those statements. They're not mine. They belong to Ernie. From the game broadcast, from Baseball for Windows broadcast blast. Loved that game. Loved it. The original broadcast blast, not the one they got now. Where in the old broadcast blast, Baseball for Windows from APA, there was an encyclopedia you could use and you could import any season you wanted. They took that feature out. Another reason why I have so much problem with APA. Al, Red Sox fan, thank you for joining me at Mile High Stadium, sir. I look forward to anything you do on your channel, sir. Please. Excellent. Thank you for joining me. A pleasure as always. King of the Hill. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Giants up 8-0. Rockies, I guess, need a pitcher. Leading off for the Giants is going to be Darren Lewis. I think the Rockies are going to make a couple of changes here. Let's see what they're going to do here. I think they're going to bring in Mike Munoz, and that's exactly what they're going to bring in. Munoz, 4 wins, 2 losses, 3.74 ERA. He will pitch innings 6 and 7. He's a lefty. Darren Lewis, he is 0 for 2, reached on base with an error. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a patient 35, and Lewis is going to make first base again on a walk. Base on balls. Steal rating 6C, 6 dice on the board. You're up 8-0. You're not stealing. Sorry, you're not stealing. Going up 8 runs. Here's John Patterson. Patterson is 2 for 3 tonight. 2 singles. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a tough 0-3, and Patterson swing and a miss. He goes down on strikes for 1 out. First K there for Munoz. Now Barry Bonds has been the hot guy tonight. He's 3 for 3, 3 singles, and he scored twice. Pitch to Bonds. That's going to be a patient 37, and Bonds is going to take a walk as he will trot down to first. So now runners at first and second, and 1 out. Might have to get my extra scoring markers here. As it might be going over a certain amount of runs. Just in case. Runners at first and second, 1 man out. The batter is Matt Williams. He hit a 3-run homer. His last time up, he is 2 for 3. A big-time 3-run jack. Giants looking to put the Rockies away, and they might just do it here no matter what. Pitch coming. That's going to be a defense 45. Range check to short to Weiss. His range is a C. 45. He's not going to get there. That's going to be a hit. That's going to be a single and a 1-base single. It does not get far. So Lewis goes to third. Bonds to second. And Williams to first. The bases are loaded. And the batter up is Dave Martinez. Martinez is 0 for, what is he? He's 0 for 2. He did reach on an error his last time up. Bases loaded, so Mike Munoz now in a little bit of a problem. As San Francisco right now just pouring it on. And here's the pitch. And that is a 8. That is a tough 18. And that's going to be a single for Martinez. That is a base hit. Long single into the gap to center field. Runner on first advances one base. Runner on second advances one base with a choice. Very simple. Bonds is going to hold at third. It's a merry-go-round hit, so runners will go station to station. Lewis will score. And the Giants now lead this game 9-0. As right now, San Francisco just showing Colorado, you think you're going to take this playoff berth away from us? No. Here's Todd Benzinger. Base is still loaded. That's Munoz's first run he's given up. Another run, he will be fatigued. Still one out here in the top of the 6th. The Rockies are playing for a double, are going to play infield in. Benzinger's hard to double play. So infield is in. That's going to be a patient 60. And that's a fly ball to right. Benzinger is out. 2 down. It is a patient, so an opportunity if Bonds wants to score. His run rating is a 7. It was hit to right field. Bichette's arm is an 8. And they're going to send Bonds home. So that means a 7 or lower. If it's 8, let me see. Hold on. I keep on forgetting that, but on the coaches on the chart, I keep on reading that wrong. That's the problem. So here it is. So if the total is equal to or less than both, the runner is safe. So Barry Bonds' run rating is a 7. 7 or lower, he scores. If it's 8, there's a play at the plate. 9 or higher, he's out. Here's the throw to the plate, and he is 8. We have a play at the plate. We throw another one. It's a 50, and it could be wild. Roll 1d6. If higher than outfielder rating, the throw is wild. It's a 5. Bichette's error rating is a 4. It is not wild. The throw is on target, but it is late. The runner is safe. And other runners do advance a base. So Barry Bonds, after all of that, Barry Bonds does score. I keep on forgetting that on that scoring, but I got it down now. The runners do advance on the play. So Williams goes to second. Martinez goes to first. And the Giants are just absolutely opening up a can of whoop ass on the Rockies, now leading 10-0 on the sacrifice fly. And the batter now is Kurt Manwaring, with runners at second and third. Fans here at Mile High Stadium are already pretty much heading for the seats. Manwaring, the batter. Munoz is going to come out. He is done, as he is now fatigued with the second runner, with the second run scoring. Coming in for Colorado now will be Bruce Ruffin, another lefty. Ruffin, 4 wins, 5 losses, 4.04 ERA. Still 2 outs. They'll pitch to Manwaring. That's going to be a patient 38, and he walks Manwaring. Wow, the Rockies just can't get anything done right tonight. Bases loaded now for Mike Benjamin. I really thought we were going to have a real exciting game, but the Giants are just absolutely destroying Colorado. And still 3 innings left to play. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a tough 71, and that's a ground ball hit to second. The throw goes to Throw goes to Weiss at short. Actually goes to first to make the play, and the inning is over on a ground out. 2 runs for the Giants on only 2 hits, 4 walks. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 10-0 Giants. Timeout. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 10-0 Giants. Just absolutely all over the Rockies tonight. Charlie Hayes leads off for Colorado against Landingham. He had a rough first inning and actually a rough second and third, but he's actually done very well with a 10-run lead though. Bottom of the 6th, here's the pitch. And that's going to be a defense check, 53. Error check to third. Williams' error rating is a 4. 53 on the dice. He's got it. Nice play by Williams. Throws to first. 1 down. Goes as a ground ball to third. And that will bring up Mike Kingery. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a patient 75. Ground ball hit to short. Picked up by Benjamin. He throws to first for out number 2. Sometimes you get the rolls and sometimes you don't. And right now, the Rockies just aren't getting it. Here's Joe Girardi. He did walk. I guess that'd be a moral in the 2nd inning. I guess that's a moral victory. Bleacher Bums Gaming heading. See you later, Anthony. Thank you very much. I'll do my next Cardinals game tomorrow, so we'll be back to 11 games each. Here's the pitch of Girardi. That's going to be an in-play 57, and that's grounded hit to third. Nice pickup by Williams. He throws to first. A 1-2-3 inning for the Giants, as the Rockies are just really showing absolute ineptitude tonight. 6 in the books. Still 10-0 San Francisco. We go to the top of the 7th. Bruce Ruffin, still on the mound. He can still pitch. Leading off for the Giants will be the pitcher, William VanLandingham. Why not? He has no complete game, so I'm not going to give him one. But let's see how far we can go. Pitch to VanLandingham. Uses hitting card number 1, and that is going to be a defense 58. Error check to short. Ball is hit to Weiss. Weiss's error rating is a 3, 58 on the dice, 1-57. He actually makes the play, throws to first, and barely nails VanLandingham. 1 out. That was close. 57 and a 58. Timeout. I want to change the deck here. But there is 1 out. It's okay. It's okay, Anthony. Like I said, it's all right. You can get more good active as much as you want. I'm moving at your pace. Not mine. I'm okay. Because I'll be doing another season after 94 is done. 1 man out. The next batter is Darren Lewis. Pitch from Ruffin. And that's going to be a tough 36. And that is a ground ball hit to first. Picked up by Galarraga. He'll take it himself for out number 2. And now John Patterson. How good that video looks. You can actually see everything now. You don't have to guess. You can now see it. As clear as day. Here's the pitch to Patterson. That's going to be a tough 41 and struck him out. Patterson will go ahead down on strikes. He didn't take, as he's got caught looking at strike 3. And the inning is over. So nothing there for the Giants. We are at the 7th inning stretch. And a lot of Rocky fans are pretty much already headed home. Giants leading 10-0. Stay tuned for the 10-minute ticker. We'll be right back. Well, that 10-minute ticker comes in real close, doesn't it? All right, we're out for the 10-minute ticker. I will go ahead and explain to you what's at stake before I actually do the dice roll. We first start with Baltimore at Toronto. The Baltimore Orioles are 4.5 back of the Yankees. If the Orioles lose this game, before I even have to roll for the Yankees later, the Yankees will clinch the American League East. A Baltimore loss, the Yankees still have to win. And that is a 10. Toronto will beat the Orioles 6-1, which means the New York Yankees will win the American League East Championship. No matter what they roll now. Boston taking on Milwaukee, meaningless game. That's an 11. That's going to be a win for the Red Sox. They shut the Brewers out 4-0. As Dave Little joins me right now. Hey, Dave, check out the video. Notice how nice and clear it is. Got a new camera. Chicago White Sox at Seattle. A lot here at stake here. The White Sox are 1.5 games ahead of Kansas City for second place. Seattle is tied with Texas for second place in the American League West. This is a big roll here for both teams. And that is a 9. That is a win for the Mariners. They win that game 7-0 on the White Sox, which means at this moment, Seattle has a half-game lead on the Rangers, and the Royals are now 1 game back. But let's see how it goes on with the rest of the day. Detroit taking on Oakland. What's at stake? Oakland has a 2-game lead on the Rangers in the American League West. Their magic number is a 4. That's a 2. Oakland will beat the Tigers. They win 6-5, which means Oakland's magic number now moves down to 3 with the win. Kansas City at Minnesota. Big roll here. Kansas City now 1 game behind with the White Sox. Kansas City needs to win to get a half game back of them. Minnesota is out of it. And that is a 9, and Kansas City loses to Minnesota in a game they really needed to win, 3-2 for the Twins, which means Kansas City cannot gain a game on the White Sox. They will stay 1.5 games back of second in the American League Central. New York Yankees at Cleveland. The Yankees have already clinched the American League East with the Baltimore Orioles losing. The Yankees, however, and of course with Baltimore losing, with Baltimore losing and the White Sox losing, I should also mention Baltimore was one game behind the White Sox to have home field for the wild card series. But they'll still be one game back of the White Sox. The Yankees are 4 games back of Cleveland for home field throughout. They lose this game. The Yankees, the Cleveland Indians, will have home field throughout the American League playoffs. That is a 7. That is a win for the Yankees. They win that game 3-0. So they still have hopes to now be 3 back to host the American League playoffs, but they still got a long way to go. But the Yankees do win the American League East. Texas at California. With Oakland beating Detroit, Texas is now 2.5 back of the Athletics. With Seattle winning, Texas is now a half game back. California beat the Rangers yesterday. Big roll here. That is a 4. The Rangers do win. They beat the Angels 4-0, which means Texas moves back into a second place tie with the Mariners. And Texas still is 2 games back of Oakland. So Oakland's magic number moves down to 3, but that is it. And that is the American League. Now, National League. Atlanta, Philadelphia. The Braves are 3.5 back of Montreal. Montreal's the Expos' magic number is 2. Braves still hoping maybe they can still get the division. But a 9 is rolled, and that is a win for the Phillies. They're going to win that game 8-4. As once again, the Braves lose a game. They lose to the Phillies against a team they shouldn't be. And Philadelphia is playing very well the last 2 weeks. It moves Atlanta now back to 4 back, which means now Florida is playing Montreal. Montreal wins this game, they win the National League East. Florida 2-5 or 10. That is a 5. They're going to have to wait another day. Florida will beat the Expos 8-3, which means the magic number for Expos is now 1. So Montreal has to wait at least till tomorrow to clinch. Los Angeles versus Houston. The Astros have a 3-game lead on the Reds. Their magic number is 3. Houston does trail Montreal by 4.5 games to still have a shot to host the National League playoffs, although I don't think that's going to happen. The Dodgers, however, they win this game, their magic number goes down to 1. San Francisco is probably going to win this game against the Rockies. That is a 6, and that is a win for the Dodgers. The Dodgers beat the Astros 9-5. So Dodgers' magic number is going to go down to 1. They'll have to clinch tomorrow, which leaves the door open for the Reds later. Pittsburgh and the Mets. Meaningless game. That's a 4. That's going to be a win for Pittsburgh as the Mets just continue to lose. San Diego at Cincinnati. With Houston losing, the Reds have a chance to get to within 2 games of the National League Central. San Diego needs a 2-5 or a 12. Here's the roll. And that is an 11. That's a win for the Reds. They win the game 3-0. The Reds now move to within 2 games of the Astros. San Francisco, Colorado. The Giants, of course, already lead this game 10-0. We figure San Francisco will win it. And so they will move to 3 games ahead of the Rockies and still be 4 back of the Dodgers for the National League West. Finally, St. Louis and Chicago Cubs. Meaningless game. That's a 6. That is a win for the Cardinals, however. They beat the Cubs 4-2. Of course, to the happiness, I'm sure, of General Jester. And that is your 10-minute ticker, people. If your team didn't win, if your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't win tonight, there's always tomorrow. Yep, magic number still there, still 3 for Houston. There is no mercy rule in baseball, people, so we will continue to play this game until it is pretty much done. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, Giants on the Rockies, 10-0. The Giants saw the scoreboard, saw that the Dodgers won. So the Giants know that the best they can do is to keep the Dodgers from winning the championship tonight. William VanLandingham will pitch again for this inning. Here's a leadoff batter for the Rockies. It'll be Nelson Liriano, as the Giants have just been absolutely crushing Colorado. And the one thing I like about about payoff pitch baseball, you do get games like this once in a while. It does happen. Here's the pitch, Liriano. That's going to be a tough 48, and that's going to be a base hit for Liriano as he smacks that one into right center field. That's going to go in the gap. Liriano's going to head for second. He'll make it. That's a double. A little bright spot there for the Rockies. Liriano will hold at second base. Bruce Ruffin, due to bat, will bring in a pinch hitter, obviously, to go up against VanLandingham. And coming on to pinch hit will be Ellis Burks. That's 316 against the righties. Liriano on at second. Can maybe the Rockies avoid getting shut out? Ellis Burks, the batter, against VanLandingham. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a defense check 71, and that's a range to left field. That's the Bonds. His range is a C, and he's going to make the play, and that's going to be 1 out. And that is a deep fly ball, but Liriano, I don't think he's going to move anyway. On a deep fly, I don't think he goes anyway on it. Runner on second may attempt to move to third base. Nah, you're down by 10. No. Liriano will hold at second. 1 out. Top of the batting order, here's Eric Young. Pitch coming. And that's going to be an in-play 83. And that's a ground ball to short. Liriano will not be able to move. He has to hold. The throw goes to first, 2 down. And now the batter is Weiss. Weiss singled, walked, and struck out. 1 for 2. Liriano on at second. Some of the Rockies fans here want to at least see if they can avoid getting a shutout. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a wheelhouse 0-1, and that is going to be a double for Walt Weiss. He has no homers against right-handed pitching, but a double by Weiss will get him off the schneid. Base hit for Weiss as he hits that one into left field. Liriano does come around to score. Weiss goes to second. And it is now 10-1. I think there were some cheers that went. There were some cheers in the stands that went, "Yay, team!" Here's Dante Bichette. Bichette is 0 for 2 tonight. 2 outs still. Now 10-1. Pitch coming. And that's going to be a patient 38. And that's going to be a single for Bichette. That's a base hit. Bichette will go to first. Weiss with a run rating of 7. He will come around to score. It's now 10-2. The Rockies get 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. VanLandingham, this is his fatigue inning, but he hasn't given up a third run yet. The batter is Andres Galarraga, as the Rockies are now trying to at least make the score somewhat respectable. Galarraga 1 for 3. Pitch coming, and that's going to be a rare play. That's a rare play. Rare play number 3. That's going to be a 64. Let's see what we get on the rare play chart I'm using. 64. Catcher cannot corral a pitch in the dirt. It's a passed ball. All base runners advance. Bichette will go to second. Pass ball on the catcher. So Kurt Manwaring could not get that one. It moves Bichette over to second base, and they'll redo it again. So much easier using the dice just for the rare play chart. Bichette on its second. Galarraga at the plate. Now 10-2. Pitch coming. That's going to be an 8. That's a patient 24. And single for Galarraga. Base hit. Galarraga gets a base hit on a patient. Bichette will score from second. And now it is 10-3. And William VanLandingham has just absolutely run out of gas. And he will now come out of the game. The next batter for the Rockies is Charlie Hayes, as the Giants will go to the bullpen. And they will bring up Steve Fry. One win, no losses, 4.94 ERA. Fry will pitch to Hayes. Hayes a little bit worse against the lefties. But now a 10-3 ball game makes this game a little bit more interesting, but still, Hayes is the batter. Fans here wondering, where was all this offense earlier? Here's the pitch to Hayes, still with 2 outs. That's going to be a patient 14, and that is going to be a walk to Hayes. Steve Fry walks Hayes. Runners at first and second, still 2 outs. The batter now is Mike Kingery, and he will come up to bat. He's 0 for 3. Runners at first and second, 2 men out. Steve Fry now trying to just end this inning here for the Giants. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a defense check 91. That'll get him out of the inning. That's a range check to second base. It's hit to Patterson. His range is a C. 1-53, 91 on the dice. He's going to make the play. He goes ahead and throws to first to get the final out, and that will do it. At least the Rockies did not go quietly. 3 runs on 4 hits and a walk. 7 innings in the books, but the Giants still lead it commandingly by a score of 10-3. Timeout. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Rockies need a pitcher. Leading off for the Giants is Bonds. Really doesn't matter who they bring in to pitch. And it's going to be Willie Blair, who will come out and pitch for the Rockies. No wins, 5 losses. 5.79 ERA. He'll go up against Bonds to start the top of the 8th. Pitch on the way. And that is going to be a patient 72. And that's a fly ball to center field. Coming under it is Kingery. 1 out. Next batter is Matt Williams. That's actually the first time Bonds is retired tonight. He was 3 for 3 with a walk. Now here's Matt Williams. He's having a great night himself. 3 for 4, 2 singles and a homer. Williams is now the batter. The pitch from Blair. And that's going to be a wheelhouse 79, and that's a ground ball into short. Picked up by Weiss, throws to first, out number 2. Just missed that one. And now here's Martinez. Martinez singled his last time up. Pitcher on the way. That's going to be a tough 89, and that's a ground ball into second base. Easy pickup by Liriano. Has it, throws over to first, and the inning is over. A nice 1-2-3 inning for Willie Blair. Nothing there for the Giants. Bottom of the 8th inning coming up. The leadoff batter for the Rockies is Steve Fry. They're going to go to the bullpen, bring in a pinch hitter and turn Girardi around, even though he's not a switch hitter, but turn him around in terms of average. And they're going to bring in Dave Burba to pitch. Burba, 3 wins, 6 losses, 4.38 ERA. They may use him to pitch the rest of the game. Joe Girardi will come up to bat. Bottom of the 8th, 10-3 Giants. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6. That is a tough 77, and that is a fly ball to center field. Coming under it is Lewis. Makes the grab for out number 1. Here's Liriano. Doubled his last time up. Here's the play. That's going to be a tough 99. Fly ball to left. Bonds will get to that one. That's out number 2. Pitcher due up. We'll see a pinch hitter as Blair is going to be done for the night. We'll see who they bring in against the righty. And that's going to be John Vanderwall. Vanderwall bats .236 against the righties. He will pinch hit. Maybe we'll see if the Rockies can get something going here again. But with 2 outs, looks like the season may be coming to an end for them. Depends on what happens tomorrow. Pitch to Vanderwall. That's going to be a tough 55, struck him out. And Burba comes in with a 1-2-3 inning of his own. Nothing for the Rockies. 8 innings in the books. Still 10-3 Giants. Will we see some 9th inning magic? We have had 7 runs scored in the 9th inning a number of times when I played Payoff Pitch Baseball. It is a possibility, but do we expect it? No. Todd Benzinger is the batter for San Francisco. We'll see who the Rockies want to bring up the pitch. And they're going to bring in Greg Harris. He's a starter and a reliever. He's got 10 reliefs. 3 wins, 12 losses, 6.65 ERA. Colorado really just wants to go ahead and get done with this game and think about tomorrow to have any hope of maybe getting a playoff berth. Todd Benzinger, the batter. Here's the pitch. Start the top of the 9th. That's going to be an 8. That is a tough 41. Benzinger goes down on strikes, 1 out. Here's Manwaring. Pitch on the way. That's going to be a ballpark 09. That's a wheelhouse check. And a wheelhouse 00 is another rare play. That's going to be rare play number 4. And that's going to be a 65 this time on the rare play chart. Batter strikes out. Roll 1d6, 1-2. Ball gets past catcher, and batter reaches safely E2. It's a 2 on the board. That's exactly what it is. It's an error on the catcher. Manwaring will make it to first on the error. Wow. Struck him out, but an E2. Manwaring goes to first, as the error is going to be on Girardi. That is the 3rd Rocky error in the game. And the batter is Benjamin. When that error occurred, the Rockies fans just said, "Oh, come on." Still 1 out. Manwaring now on at first. That's going to be in wheelhouse 62, and that's a fly ball to right. Bichette will get to that one. 2 outs. Manwaring holds it first. And that's supposed to bring up the pitcher, Dave Burba. They're not going to have him back. They'll bring in a pinch hitter, even though they really don't have to, but they will, to go up against Greg Harris. And it's going to be Royce Clayton who will come on and pinch hit. 300 at bats. They're actually a starter, really, but Royce Clayton against Greg Harris. 2 outs. Manwaring on it first. Pitch to Clayton. That is a wheelhouse check. Wheelhouse 59. And that is a fly ball to right. Bichette will get to that one as well. Couple of bad pitches thrown by Harris, but they don't go anywhere. And the error doesn't hurt anything. And the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no hits. 1 error. But that's all for the Giants. They lead 10-3 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Coming on to pitch for the Giants to try to get to the bottom of the 9th will be Brian Hickerson, starter and reliever, 4 wins, 8 losses, 5.40 ERA. He's a lefty, and he'll turn Eric Young around, who bats .215 to start here the bottom of the 9th inning. We may see a pinch hitter for the Rockies as well. Young hasn't really done anything today. He is in left field. Do I have another left fielder? Yes, I do. So the Rockies are going to call back Eric Young and bring somebody else to bat. And that's going to be Vinny Castilla, who will go up against Hickerson. Vinny Castilla, 36 at-bats against lefties. See if the Rockies are trying whatever they can to try to make this interesting. But a 10-3 win for a 10-3 lead for the Giants just looks very hard to beat. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a tough 15. Struck him out, 1 down. Castilla will go right back to the bench. Next batter will be Weiss. He will bat with a 323 against lefties. I mean, you can see, let me ask you guys a question. You can see all the letters, right? You can see the numbers and such. I mean, you can really see it. I mean, it's really clear. You can actually read these things, right? Just want to make sure. You can read the letters and everything, because I certainly can. I couldn't do it with the last camera, but I know you guys can, right? Okay, just want to make sure. If you guys say it looks fantastic, it looks like I did the right thing by upgrading the camera. Not trying to toot a horn. I just want to make sure you guys can see everything. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a defense check, 37, and that's going to be a error check to shortstop. So the ball is hit to Benjamin. Its error rating is a 3. 1 to 57, a 37 on the board. Weiss is going to be safe on an error. And that is going to be a single +1. So Weiss is actually going to make second base. Single and an error for Weiss. So the error is on Benjamin. So that is an E6. So I'm going to assume he got a base hit and the throw went into Benjamin at shortstop, and Benjamin didn't corral the ball and let it get past him, and Walt Weiss took second base on the throw. So runner on second for the Rockies. Okay, that's how I'm going to say that goes. Hitting an error. Second error of the game for the Giants. 5 errors total in this ball game. And people say, oh, there's not that many errors. This payoff pitch game is excellent. So it doesn't have left and right pitcher splits. The batters have that. I'm fine with it. Next batter is Dante Bichette. And still 1 out. Can Bichette bring in a run? Here's the pitch from Hickerson. That's going to be a patient 87, and that's a ground ball to short. Weiss with a run rating of 7 will have to hold. The throw goes to first for out number 2. Last chance for the Rockies. Andres Galarraga. Galarraga is 2 for 4 tonight. 2 singles for the big cat. And here's the pitch. That's a 7. That's a patient 31. And that's a base hit for Galarraga. It is a single. That is a base hit. Weiss will score from second easy. And the Rockies tack on another. If you want to call it a garbage run, fine, but it's now 10-4. The batter now is Charlie Hayes. They like to keep Hickerson out, 6 to tie, 7 to win, right? They like to keep Brian Hickerson out there. They don't really want to use any more bullpen, thinking about tomorrow's ball game between these two. Hayes can hit the lefties. They'll keep him out there. Hickerson does not have a wild pitch rating. 2 outs. Galarraga on first. Now 10-4. Rockies trying to see maybe pitch coming. And that's going to be a defense check again. Defense 42. Range check to short. Will Benjamin get there? Range is B. A 1 to 41. A 42 on the board. He just does. Benjamin's got it. Throws to second. And that will end it right there. A 1 to 41 for a hit and a 42 on the dice. Benjamin gets to it. He throws Galarraga out at second, and that does it. 1 run, 2 hits, and an error for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 9th. I'll give you a line score here in 1 moment. San Francisco, 10 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors. Colorado, 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. The winning pitcher is VanLandingham. Marvin Freeman does get the loss. No save. So with this win, the San Francisco Giants are still 4 games back of the Dodgers, with the Dodgers winning. But the Rockies are now 3 games behind San Francisco for second place. If the Giants do play the Rockies again, tomorrow. If San Francisco beats the Rockies tomorrow, the Rockies are eliminated, and the Giants will clinch second place and a playoff berth. So Giants win tomorrow, win and they're in. That's all they have to do. As far as catching the Dodgers, I don't see that happening since the Dodgers won, and their magic number is 1. So I don't see it happening in the last 4 days. But then again, quick results can be very, very interesting. That's why I like using the quick results. You really don't know. The teams are playing the way they're supposed to, okay? But you really don't know. Plus, you guys are seeing the action. It's not being simulated in some background. You guys are seeing it whole hard. Well, that'll do it here from Mile High Stadium. I was hoping for a better game, but it's a 10-4 win for the Giants. Tomorrow, we go to the Kingdome for a gigantic matchup between the Chicago White Sox and the Seattle Mariners. Seattle going ahead. Seattle with the win. Seattle getting a win over the White Sox today. And with Texas winning. So Seattle and Oakland tied for second in the American League East. And Oakland still holding a 2-game lead on both of them to win the American League West. I'm sorry, I'm saying American League West. So, gigantic game between the White Sox and the Mariners tomorrow. Major playoff implications. And, of course, the 10-minute ticker. There's only 4 days left in the season. Playoffs are coming. Until then, everyone, Salvador America, Dave Little, Steeler Fan, 1933, Bleacher Bums Gaming, ID Jester, the General, Al Red Sox Fan, Tribe Fan, 879, Salvador, thank you all for joining me today. And pretty much the new RJL 518, a much clearer looking channel, so now everyone can see what you want to see. Everyone, stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. Have a good night, everybody. The Giants over the Rockies, 10-4. We'll see you tomorrow.